You might want to brace yourself, because what I'm about to say, you won't believe this. For years, quiet whispers have circled around tension between Jay Z and Beyoncé, with divorce rumors resurfacing like clockwork every few months. But lately, that chatter feels louder, heavier, almost unavoidable. Word on the street is that Beyoncé has allegedly hit her breaking point and could finally be ready to step away from the marriage. And we're not talking pocket change here. Insiders are floating an alleged $2.6 billion settlement. There's even buzz that Solange is supposedly preparing to celebrate in a major way. And guess who seems to be savoring every second of the chaos? Yes, Anuka. The timing, the shade, the posts. Social media users are connecting dots like full-time investigators. Now, some critics will argue that Beyoncé had opportunities to leave before. The cheating allegations were never exactly a secret, and this isn't the first time Jay Z's name has surfaced alongside controversial industry figures. So what makes this moment different? According to insiders, Beyoncé is stepping into a new era of her life and reportedly feels drained after nearly 20 years of standing by his side. Forgiving betrayal after betrayal can weigh on anyone, no matter how untouchable they appear under stage lights. Sources say the emotional toll is very real. This isn't just about private hurt anymore. It's about her empire, her image, and her peace. There have been claims that behind closed doors, the two were living increasingly separate lives while maintaining a united front publicly for business optics. Smiling for cameras while managing tension in private creates a different kind of pressure. And these rumors didn't just pop up overnight. Speculation has been swirling since that elevator incident involving Solange. Back then, many believed Beyoncé seriously contemplated ending the marriage. Instead, reports say she chose to reconcile. Insiders claim she established firm conditions afterward. One source even said Jay was ultimately grateful she didn't walk away at that time. Supposedly, he agreed to boundaries aimed at rebuilding trust. Late nights out with friends were reportedly limited. Private one-on-one meetings with female artists were said to be off limits. The message? Crystal clear. Protect the marriage or lose it. For a while, those boundaries appeared to stabilize things, but more recently, reports suggest Beyoncé may have grown exhausted, not only within the marriage, but within her broader family dynamics as well. There have also been whispers suggesting she didn't entirely choose this relationship independently. According to circulating claims, Tina allegedly encouraged the romance years ago. The narrative says Beyoncé was 19 when Jay Z, already in his early 30s, showed strong interest in her. At that stage, she was still figuring out who she was while building her career. Insiders allege she hesitated because she was aware of his reputation, the women, the rumors, the industry talk.
To that because it felt like it was him, obviously, but it felt like a stranger. And one more thing that I feel is important is that I understood his position to a point. Not saying I agree with it, but I understood his position because he's got this. Everybody, all the time. Before the status that we see now, he had that all the time because the main thing was even into the late 90s, it was still Jazz and Jay.
But instead of stepping back, her mother allegedly viewed the relationship as a power move. The thinking was simple. Aligning with a dominant rap mogul could launch her career into an entirely different stratosphere. Not just love, strategy. A calculated empire play rather than pure romance. Reports claim that when Beyoncé confessed she wasn't sure she genuinely liked him in that way, her doubts were brushed aside. The priority, allegedly, was long-term dominance and influence within the industry. She moved forward with it, but some say she didn't fully grasp how layered and complicated it would become. Now, years later, that history is reportedly resurfacing in ways she can't ignore. Those close to the situation say the burden of past controversies mixed with fresh pressure feels overwhelming. The once untouchable power couple image appears strained, and fans are watching every move. Recently, reports surfaced that Jay Z was allegedly seen consulting both a legal issues attorney and a divorce attorney. That single detail, it sent social media into overdrive. One insider put it this way: people in the industry have been murmuring about this for some time, and when those murmurs grow louder, it usually signals change happening privately. Whether this becomes a landmark celebrity split or dissolves into another rumor cycle, attention on this marriage has never felt more intense. If you've been asking why her bodyguard hurried after her at that major award show, insiders insist it wasn't random. According to reports, the singer has allegedly threatened multiple times to leave the country without notice. Sources close to the situation say she feels suffocated by pressure, rigid management, and constant oversight. There are also claims she's been struggling emotionally, with insiders saying her team considers her delicate right now. At the same time, critics argue the real issue behind the curtain might be business, not just her well-being. Some insiders suggest those around her fear losing control of their most valuable asset. They believe she could finally be preparing to push back after years of following a structured path. There's talk she feels boxed in by both family influence and her husband's industry dominance. One source even suggested that's why she's been working non-stop lately, taking on massive projects and expanding business ventures at full speed. Allegations also claim she has begun scrutinizing her financial landscape. A source said she's questioning her finances and requesting a full audit. According to these claims, she wants transparency about where her money is flowing. The narrative suggests she feels pressured to push harder to hit a personal financial milestone that would secure greater independence. None of this has been verified, yet the speculation keeps building. What remains consistent in these accounts is the portrayal of someone mentally, physically, and emotionally drained. After decades at the summit, some say she simply wants to slow down and reclaim life on her own terms. Reports indicate she wasn't entirely enthusiastic about the recent tour, but agreed for strategic reasons to secure long-term stability and meet expectations from business partners. Observers have noted high ticket prices and her rapid expansion into new ventures. There are also reports she has purchased property outside the United States. Some online commentators interpret these moves as long-term positioning. Others argue it's standard practice for global icons to diversify and protect assets. More dramatic claims suggest she fears potential fallout when major artists attempt to distance themselves from powerful industry systems. Some sources point to other entertainers who faced extreme pressure during contract battles. However, the comparisons circulating online remain speculative and lack verified proof. Still, the narrative gaining traction is that she's methodically planning each move so that if she ever walks away, it will be entirely on her terms. Supporters say if she limits appearances or spends extended time abroad, it could simply signal a desire for balance and privacy. Skeptics believe something far more significant could be unfolding behind the scenes. At this point, it's still rumor layered with interpretation. As for the marriage itself, renewed cheating allegations tied to Jay Z have resurfaced. Infidelity stories have trailed him for years, dating back to the mid-2000s. At one stage, rumors linked him to Rihanna, though those allegations were denied. In 2010, reports also surfaced suggesting involvement with adult film actress Jasmine Cashmere. Friends of Jasmine allegedly spread claims of a pregnancy and said Jay Z was the father, yet no verified evidence ever substantiated those assertions. With so many accusations re-emerging, some insiders now claim Beyoncé may no longer feel obligated to defend him through every controversy.
And Pusha T, they made their living our people, so how the f they gonna stand up for our people? You know what I'm saying? But we forget that because we love Jay-Z's music so much. We love Pusha's music so much, right? But you think they would ever, oh, Beyonce had the best fit for somebody else?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You think they would ever tell the truth? No, if they told the truth, I think they'd go to jail. You know what I'm saying? So you have liars.
Man.
Liars are now the face of our
Whether these reports reflect reality or just another surge of celebrity gossip is still uncertain, but the conversation about her independence, finances, and marriage is undeniably picking up speed. Over time, additional names have been pulled into the rumor mill: Kathy White, Rachel Roy, Casey Cohen, Rita Ora. Around 2012, explosive allegations also surfaced, claiming Jay was involved with an underage mistress who reportedly became pregnant, with online chatter saying the pregnancy was later terminated. Those accusations were never proven, yet they spread rapidly across blogs and forums. The woman was described online as Brooklyn-based and Hispanic, with gossip sites alleging the relationship lasted about a year. None of these claims have been verified, and supporters have firmly pushed back against them. When cheating rumors resurface, some online commentators take the speculation even further. There have been persistent whispers alleging Jay was involved romantically with both women and men. Supporters dismiss those claims outright, but critics reference stories that date back decades. Individuals who say they were around the Marcy projects in the early days claim there were quiet rumors suggesting he lived on the DL. Again, these are allegations, not confirmed facts. One frequently discussed story centers on someone referred to as Jao. The two allegedly met young, connected over music, and formed a bond through rap. Years later, they experienced a public falling out that lasted a long time. Some online voices suggest the dispute may have gone beyond music, hinting at something romantic. Others insist that interpretation is pure speculation meant to fuel drama. People who recall the 1990s scene say there were whispers of intimacy. Still, no concrete evidence has ever surfaced. Adding fuel to the gossip is the belief among certain bloggers that older posts discussing these rumors have quietly vanished from the internet. That perception has sparked even more conspiracy-style debates, especially as divorce speculation heats up again. None of this has been substantiated, but the timing keeps people talking. More recently, serious allegations have emerged linking Jay Z's name to past investigations. Online reports claim a woman once contacted authorities alleging that in the mid-1990s she was taken to a Florida property and later found herself among powerful industry figures. In certain online discussions, Jay Z's name appears alongside others. These are extremely serious claims, and Jay Z has not been found guilty of any such accusations. Allegations are not equivalent to proven facts. There are also reports suggesting several celebrities may be exploring legal action against government agencies regarding how certain information was referenced publicly. According to those reports, potential lawsuits would argue negligent misrepresentation that allegedly caused reputational or financial damage. At this stage, it remains speculation, with no confirmed court rulings establishing wrongdoing in these matters. Another situation involves a Jane Doe who accused both Diddy and Jay Z of misconduct dating back to 2000. Jay Z's representatives responded forcefully, reportedly labeling the claims baseless. Supporters emphasize that he has consistently denied wrongdoing. Critics counter that influential figures sometimes resolve matters quietly to avoid prolonged legal fights. However, no verified court decision has validated those online theories. With so many allegations resurfacing simultaneously, some commentators believe Beyoncé may feel growing pressure on her public image. Whether that's accurate or not, the accumulation of controversy has undeniably intensified discussion. Her brand has long been rooted in strength and control, so even unverified rumors create waves. And then there's Anuka. She has openly criticized Jay Z and Roc Nation before, alleging industry sabotage and interference in her career. She has also claimed attempts were made to create strain in her marriage to Kenneth Petty. More recently, she posted controversial content alluding to darker themes in Hollywood, sharing old photos of Jay Z, Aaliyah, and Beyoncé with their ages labeled. Those posts ignited fierce debate online, making it clear tensions remain. If divorce rumors prove accurate, some believe she wouldn't be mourning the outcome. So the question stands, are these whispers signaling a genuine split, or is this another rumor cycle destined to fade? Is Beyoncé preparing to close this chapter, or will the power couple once again weather the storm? Right now, the situation feels layered, complex. Old allegations resurfacing, new ones grabbing headlines, social media analyzing every lyric, every glance, every appearance, and at the center stands Beyoncé, a woman who built her image on precision, strategy, and silence. That's why this moment feels different. She has always played the long game. When drama erupted, she responded through music. When betrayal surfaced, she transformed it into art. When speculation spread, she let the world talk while she stayed quiet. But this time, the energy feels heavier. It's no longer just about cheating rumors. It's about legacy, power, reputation. If even part of these stories holds weight, that's an enormous burden for one person. Decades of pressure, decades of guarding a global brand, decades of smiling publicly while handling private storms. Behind the icon is still a human being. Fame doesn't erase stress. Wealth doesn't cancel emotional strain. And then there's the business reality. Billion-dollar empires aren't just marriages, they're contracts, partnerships, investments. A split at that level isn't just emotional, it's financial restructuring, asset division, power recalibration. That's why if something is unfolding, it won't explode overnight. It will be strategic. Some fans believe she is playing chess, not checkers, quietly aligning every move so that if she walks away, she does so protected. Others argue this is simply another social media frenzy that will pass. After all, the internet has declared their marriage over before. But here's what feels different: the silence. No dramatic denials, no excessive public displays to silence rumors, just business as usual. And sometimes silence speaks louder than statements. Meanwhile, critics are watching, rivals are watching, the industry is watching. Because if one of entertainment's most powerful couples truly separates, it reshapes the culture. It reframes conversations about loyalty, image, and what a power couple represents. Still, nothing has been confirmed. No official filings, no public announcements, just insiders, reports, and relentless speculation. Until something tangible surfaces, that's all it remains. What is undeniable is this: